guys, Amanda here. Today we're going to be making macrame garland. We're going to continue our macrame march. So this is the box you're going to get. It's a giant box, it's true, but you'll see why. So inside, most important thing is the 66 40-inch pieces of rope, and we have them all tied together for you so it's easy to manage. And then we have our base, which is 5 feet long. We have 12 wooden beads. We have a card with all of our upcoming programs on it. And of course, written instructions. I will say that the written instructions are great, but I recommend that you maybe check out some videos on the different knots that we're going to be doing. We're doing technically 2 knots, and then one that is sort of a knot. So you can definitely check out Creative Bug, one of our databases that we have, and you'll be able to find some really great instruction videos on how to do these knots. Otherwise, watch this video. Okay, so I've already started my garland. Here it is. So I've done 10 of these little pyramid things, that's what I'm calling them, and they are offset, as you can see, with these wooden beads. So I'm going to finish the 11th pyramid in front of you guys so you can see exactly how to do it. So here are those 40-inch pieces of rope. The first thing I guess I want to show you how to get your wooden beads onto the ends of your macrame rope. Because as you can see, it doesn't really work. A tip that I've learned is using a little piece of tape around the edge of the rope. So get it nice and tight, and then see all of those splayed ends. We'll fit this into the wooden bead, like so. So now we have this little piece here. We're going to start doing our fun pyramids. You're going to take one piece of your 40-inch rope, make it in half like that, and then put that over, and then this is going to go under that, and this is what they call a lark's head knot. So you want that nice and tight, and then we're going to do that 5 more times. Okay, so now we have our 6 lark's head knots, and I like to kind of brush it out and make them all perpendicular because we're going to start making square knots. To do that, we need to connect 2 of these lark's head knots together. I like to make sure to put all the ones that we're not using aside. So then we have 4 here. We're going to do a square knot. To do that, we start on this side, and the terminology I've learned is it looks like a sailboat. So this one goes over this one, and then it goes under those 2, and then into that loop. And then pull it, make sure that these 2 middle ones stay perpendicular and together. And I kind of like to hold on to those 2 and sometimes just pull them, because the thing about macrame is it needs to be tight. The knots need to be tight. So there's 1/2 of our square knot. The second half of our square knot is doing the exact thing but on the other side. So make your sailboat by going over all 3 and then taking the far one, putting it over, and then taking it and putting it under those 2 and into the loop. And then pull it tight. And there we have our square knot. See, it goes doop, 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 doop. Okay, now we're going to connect these two. So we're going to move those ones away and those ones away and just work on these. There, we've connected all 6 and made 3. Now we're going to offset again by connecting these 2 square knots. By doing that, we're going to take the 2 inner ones from this left one. So push those other ones aside, we don't need them. And then take these 2 from the middle one. Push those aside, we don't need them. And we're going to do another square knot. Okay, so now we have these 2 square knots and we're going to combine them to finish the pyramid. And by doing that, we need the center 4. The easiest way to do that is to take these 2, set them aside, and they're still not 4, so we're going to take the next 2 and set those aside. Voila, we have our center 4. And we're going to combine them by making a square knot. And there we have our pyramid. Now we are going to do half hitch knots on the sides. And to do that, you need to separate the sides. So each side has 6 pieces of rope. I like to do this side first, so I'm going to take the 6 on this side and move them over. And now we're going to take these 2 and do half hitch knots. Again, it's a 2-step process. So the first side we're going to do that, and then this is going to go under and then pull it, and once you get to the end here, we're going to make sure that we have what I call your little tire there. And then to do the other one, we're going to take this and put it over your finger, or under the finger, over that one, and then pull it over. And then pull it until you get that tire, and there you have your half hitch knot. Okay, now we're going to do almost the same thing on the other side, but with this, we are going to do opposite. So while on the left side, we brought this over, on this side, we're going to do opposite and go like that. It's pretty much the same thing, but opposite. Make sure you have that tire. And then now we're going to use this finger and go under it and over, and then pull it through and make that tire. And we're going to grab the next one and redo that. There, now you have your completed pyramid. Now we have all of this extra macrame rope. We're going to cut it and create tassels. You can do whatever you'd like with the ends. You can keep them long, you can keep them short, but I recommend that you start long because you cannot add macrame. You can cut more. So I'm going to take this much and I'm going to cut it off. Make sure it's even as possible. And now you have this. They look like tentacles. There are many things you can do. Some people like to add beads, to the ends here, make it look a little interesting, or you can do tassels like I've done. And to do that, what you want to do is kind of take your finger and put it where you want the tassel to start, and then twist in the opposite direction. And you can see that it comes apart into 3. You can leave it like that, or You could comb it out even more, like this. You could even use a real comb to do that. But there you have a little tassel. If you want your tassel up more, you can do that. Just make sure that it's not too close because it will affect the integrity of the knots that you did. And now you have your completed garland. And you see I have kind of done various lengths because I was curious what longer tassels would look like and then what shorter ones look like. So you can play around, do whatever you think looks best. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed this macrame craft. It's gorgeous and super fun and easy to do once you learn the knots. And I did. I can't believe I did. But I'm not a very crafty person, but I got it. So if I can do it, you can do it.